The Cleveland Crunch would like to thank all of you for joining us for an official press conference. We are releasing our official league announcement. Thank you everybody for coming, all the press that's here, all of our sponsors that are here, family and friends in attendance, all of our supporters. We appreciate you joining us online and watching us through our live feed as well. There's many important people, notable people from the Cleveland Crunch history of the past that are here with us today that we would like to note. In attendance, we have historic player number 21, Hector Marinero. Tony Dore. Tim Sirambides. And also, we would like to make note that the previous owner, George Hoffman, and his wife, Karen Hoffman, are in attendance here today as well. We would like to thank you all for joining us. You paved a way for professional indoor soccer in Cleveland and left a legacy that we are able to resurrect today. So thank you for that. Also in attendance, we would like to introduce our sponsors. We have Metro Health. They are the official sports medicine provider for the Cleveland Crunch. They are the official medical provider for the Crunch and provide us with all of our sports medicine services. In attendance with Metro Health is Dr. Laurel Beverly, right here. We have Kevin Kucera and Dorsenia Drakeford. We would also like to recognize our official uniform and apparel supplier, Unitas. In attendance for Unitas is Tony Dore. Friedman, Damiano, and Smith is an official Game Day Gold sponsor of the Cleveland Crunch. In attendance for Friedman, Damiano, and Smith, we have Marco Bacciarelli. Finally, we would like to thank Footprinting for being the official printing partner of the Cleveland Crunch. They created this lovely banner that you see behind us. The Cleveland Crunch would like to thank our nonprofits who are also in attendance today. Share a Vision is in attendance, and they are a nonprofit that provides services to individuals with autism and other intellectual disabilities. Also in attendance, we have a representative from Be Brave Foundation. They are a nonprofit that supports individuals that are affected with incurable diseases at birth. Representing the Cleveland Crunch team, we have a few players in attendance. McCain Spragling, number 94. Kurt Rainey, number 9. Jared Chavez, number 22. Next, I would like to introduce people on behalf of the Cleveland Crunch that are representing us. We have our president, Eric Davis, in the center. And to the left of him is Luciano Ruscido, vice president of the Cleveland Crunch. I would like to make note that after this press conference, there will be an opportunity for one-on-one interviews with people of your choice. We just ask that you please hold questions until the end. Now, I would like to introduce and pass the floor over to Chris Economides. He is the commissioner of the Major Arena Soccer League 2.
Thank you. Well done. First off, I want to thank this beautiful hotel. They've done a tremendous job in setting up the press conference here. I've done a lot of these before, and this is one of the nicer venues, and I want to thank the hotel for their hospitality. Great turnout. Thank you to the media. I just want to start off with a couple of quick stories here. I remember George Hoffman, my co-owner, good friend of mine back in the days. This is a very historic day for us here in Cleveland. Bringing back the Crunch is one of my proudest moments as commissioner of the league, first off. Second off, these things don't happen very often, so I want to commend Eric and Lucio for having the vision and having the fortitude. And I'll tell you a quick story about these two young men in a little bit here. But again, this is a very special time from a league perspective. M2 is growing by leaps and bounds. We fully expect to be between 15 and 25 teams next year with both regional and international competition, so we're really excited about that. With the league office being based in Tampa, I think I brought some Tampa weather up here with me. I got off the plane yesterday and it's 70 degrees and everybody's telling me pack long johns. And I'm originally from Rochester, so I know the whole Lake Erie, Lake Ontario scenarios. But a couple of quick stories about the Crunch. And unfortunately, Otto Wharf is not here today. But I remember that I was part owner of the Kansas City Attack back in the heyday. And I'm sure Hector's going to remember this. And we won the first two, this is the 92-93 finals. We win the first two games in Kansas City, come back here, I drive up in my wife's old beat-up 85 Cutlass Supreme with champagne in the back and thinking we're going to clinch win the cup here. But we lost both games. I think it was in the second game or the first game. Hector, I don't know if you remember or not, but we score a goal. John Perry scores the goal. I can see it clear as day. And after he scores the goal, Otto just jogs out to midfield and gives John Perry a half karate, half slide tackle kick, and just knocks him over. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. There's no penalty. Hector, remember that? And then we go back to Cleveland, and then George is smoking his big cigar in the locker room before the game. Here's my partner and I. We were very much. That's why Luch and Eric have a special place in my heart. We're very much like these. We were young guys. Our eyes were in the. George was the best. But at any rate, we kicked Cleveland's butt, I'm sorry to say, in the finals. We won the championship. But it's those kind of stories, it's those kind of memories that I hope that these two young men have in their endeavor going forward. So having said all that, I want to formally introduce Cleveland and the Cleveland Crunch back into indoor soccer. We're excited to have them back. You've got some very, very big shoes to fill, my boys, but we have the utmost confidence in you. Quick story about these two. When I first spoke to, I think it was Eric, I turned to my partner and Deputy Commissioner Andrew Ross, and I said, what the hell are we doing with these guys? They're but you know what? Everything they've done up to now has been tremendous. The only thing that's been lacking is the official, having a league to play in. They've done a tremendous job of marketing the franchise. You guys have, again, some very big shoes to fill here. The Cleveland Crunch is arguably one of the most historic franchises in all of indoor soccer history. With people like Zoran Karic, Otto Orff, there's a Rochester connection there. All these guys played for me in Rochester our first year with the Rhinos, outdoor. Dougie Miller, Tommy Tanner, Scotty Schweitzer, Hector, Zoran. All these guys. And my biggest mentor, George, Al Miller very, very well. Al was the GM of the franchise here. So I've got a very special place in my heart. It's, again, with great excitement that we announce this today. We are in ongoing talks with local venues here. We're talking to the auditorium, who I just got a tour of today, and that could be a great potential home for these, for the reincarnation of the Crunch here. We're talking to CSU, Georgia's old stomping grounds. So we fully expect to have a lease finalized, hopefully within the next 2 to 3 months with one of those venues. And again, I'm just blown away by downtown Cleveland. Great sports city. Going on for a little bit too long here, but I want to wish these guys the best of luck. The league believes in you. Your league partners believe in you. And I believe you guys are going to hit a home run here. So good luck. Thank you. I think we're going to bring up, is it Eric or Luch now? Eric? Okay. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out, for those that were able to make it. For those watching at home, thank you as well. This day is historic with this iconic franchise, and it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, Metro Health, Friedman, Damiano, and Smith, Unitas, Tony Dore, and even the players of the past that have been consistently being an asset in our back pocket. So without all of you, friends, family, this would not be possible. So we thank you for your unwavering support as we continue to move forward on this historic day and put a product out on the field. Also, I want to thank the Renaissance Hotel as well for providing this beautiful space to working with us in such short notice. They've done a phenomenal job, from the tech team to the front office team. They've all just been stellar. So, kind of want to start off just with how this came about. If you would have asked me about a year ago if I would be standing here having this speech in front of all of you, I would have thought you were pretty crazy. But myself, Luciano, we saw an opportunity here. We used to go to these games as kids and witness the performances on the field and how they were viewed in the community, and it's just something that that just meant so much to us. And to see this team 2 decades later and it's still not in existence was something that I knew that we could possibly change, but with our backs up against the wall. But fast forwarding to the picture, having Andrew, Chris, Andrew, we miss you, hope you were here. Without their fullest support of us and their help, this would truly not be possible without you guys too. So I thank you guys for all of that. Tony, just want to say thank you for everything too. You've really uplifted us to reach that next level early on in our stages when it really could have gone either way, and you decided to believe in us as well, and that was what led us to developing our merch line, getting a pop-up shop in place, developing opportunities with other sponsors. So I thank you a lot. You're somebody that I look up to, so I appreciate everything that you're doing for us. Hector Marinero, thank you. You have been truly unwavering with everything that you've done with us. You're somebody that I used to go to those games, action-packed, just hearing your name over the speakers. This is something I'll never forget as a kid, and it made me want to lace them up with you on the field. So appreciate you and look forward to moving forward with you in the future. The Cleveland Crunch core values, I think, are something that we should really be proud of here at our team, with respect, integrity, perseverance, accountability, teamwork, and inclusion. And I think that ties in to the early generation, the first generation, with the players that you see from that past. Hector, Zorn, Otto, even Tommy Tanner, Tim Tima, brought the energy, and it's something that we want to continue to build on and bring out in the new generation of the new era crunch. So, sorry guys, I'm a little nervous. I've never done this before, but but this is a meaningful, just being able to stand here is not being taken for granted. There's a lot of hard work going in behind the scenes. Luciano, you're one of the most hardest working guys that I know, working on a full-time job and doing this full-time. I've never seen somebody put forth their best effort and put people above yourself while working twice as many hours as a lot of people would even imagine. So thank you for all the things that you're doing. And then to end on 3 principles that we want to fulfill here in the new era of the Cleveland Crunch. Bridging the gap. That was something that we knew that was crucial that we needed to capitalize on due to the amount of time that's been since the first generation. 20 years. So how do we connect the gaps between, the ones that came after folding and then, the families that, like my parents that would bring us to the game? How did we fulfill that gap? So hitting the youth, being involved in the community just like the likes of the first generation, that's truly something that we want to have a focus. Not everything is just done on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. Secondly, grassroots. Cleveland has a tremendous amount of talent here in the soccer community. Arena soccer here, I like to consider it as the Mecca here in Cleveland, with just the successes and the championships of the 90s. So for us, we want to bring out that same product, and I think there's a talent here that's very, they're weeded in a way, so we want to bring them up and give them this platform, and there's a true opportunity for them to really showcase their confidence and abilities to put forth their best efforts on the field. So I can't thank my players enough because you guys mean so much to me. You guys are family to me, and I appreciate all your hard work and efforts, and I can't wait to tackle this upcoming spring-summer season together before we move downtown in the winter. You guys are truly amazing, and I respect you guys more than you even know, so thank you so much. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our Vice President, Luciano Ruscido.
All right, thank you everybody for coming. I'm not going to go through it again a couple times now already, but appreciate everybody who came out and showing their support today because, like previously mentioned, without you guys, this truly would not be possible. Just piggybacking off what Eric said, one of the main reasons why we got into this was to kind of just, relive those past days of indoor soccer in Cleveland. Replicate what was good, change what didn't work, bring talented players in. I knew going into this that, him and I could call up 20 to 30 guys and build a team. That wasn't the issue. It was doing everything else we needed to do to get to that point, to field the team and put the product on the field, and that is where we are right now, and it is a crazy feeling. Like Eric said, a year ago, if you would have asked me, I was sitting at home in quarantine, not doing anything. And then this is why this happened. Truly, it is why it's happened. Gave us the time we needed to just develop a business plan and a marketing plan and connect with the people we needed to connect. I know Eric wanted to give a couple shout outs to a few owners around the league who have helped us along the way. That was one of the first things we did was get the paperwork we needed signed in place so we could talk to these people. So Soccer Sam up in Rochester, him and Kayla have been a huge help, and part of our success so far. Matt Schmidt in Muskegon, cannot thank you enough for everything that you've done for us and all the advice you've given. Shelley Clark, St. Louis, great woman, great franchise. Kent Stater, can't get any better than that. And did I miss anybody, Eric? Oh yeah, Gianni Tuminello up in Baltimore. He helped us out as well, early on throughout this process. So like I said, we were able to just get everything we need, piece everything together, step by step by step. We have a team now. We have a place to play. Put a good beat down on Brew City, a couple weeks ago. So definitely looking forward to what's ahead here. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Dr. Laurel Beverly.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having Metro Health here today. I'm Dr. Laurel Beverly. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Metro Health. Myself and Dr. Heather Rainey are the team physicians for the Cleveland Crunch. Cleveland is a fantastic city for sports medicine. They're actually some of the best providers on the planet in this city. It's one of the things the city is known for. So the fact that we are able to be the sports medicine providers for the Cleveland Crunch is fantastic. It's an honor, and we look forward to having a fantastic partnership. Metro Health is more than just a medical system. It's also a community health system. We are involved in things like affordable housing, legal aid, access to fresh food, and other components that make it easier to someone to live a healthy lifestyle. Athletics are an important piece in overall health, and soccer is one of the most accessible sports in all socioeconomic groups. So the Cleveland Crunch is not only an organization that's active in soccer, they've already started to extend their footprint in the community through their outreach programs, their camps, and some upcoming events that are coming. And the mission that this team is putting together is exactly aligned with Metro Health and with Metro Health Sports Medicine, and we're looking forward to furthering this. Thank you, guys.
Now I would like to introduce Marco Bacciarelli to say a few things on behalf of Freeman, Damiano, and Smith.
Jeff Friedman and Friedman, Damiano, and Smith have been champions of injured people in Ohio for nearly 50 years. That's why we are happy and couldn't be more proud to be involved with and to be a sponsor of another champion of Cleveland, both legacy and future, the Cleveland Crunch. And we are very grateful for the opportunity, and we're very excited to see where it goes. Thank you.
All right, folks. Staff, Eric, Luch, great job. Fantastic. I want to thank the sponsors for believing in these two young men. To get on board with somebody this early in the process is very, very much appreciated. Thank you to both so far. Thank you. A couple league things. I also missed, part of the ownership group was also Joe Muscatello out there. I want to acknowledge Joe out there. He's a big part of this. He's sort of going to be the me while I'm not in Cleveland to watch these two young men. But I want to thank Joe. We are going to have an abbreviated season this year. It'll be a 10-game season, and the boys will be playing out at the Sportsplex until they move into their permanent home. So they sold out, I believe, 150, 200 tickets in like 48 minutes. So that's a good sign. So yeah, you can follow us at m2soccer.com, and they're doing a great job, and they really are. I mean, honestly, all kidding aside, they are very, very lovable. I mean, what's not to like about these two young men? So again, we're all available for one-on-ones. Thank you all so much for coming out. Great turnout, first-class city, and thank you so much.